Hey there and welcome. So, you're building an online shop. You already know it's about more than just posting products, right? It's about actually standing out, creating something people remember and something they trust. Well, today, we're going to hand you the blueprint to do exactly that. So, let's get building.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? The internet is just this massive ocean of stores, and everyone's fighting for attention. You've poured your heart and soul into your products, but how do you actually get seen? How do you make someone stop that endless scroll and actually connect with what you're doing?
Well, the answer is kind of simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Look, it's not about having the flashiest website or the lowest prices. It's about building a memorable brand. A brand it's the personality, the vibe, the promise you make to your customers. It's what turns a one-time buyer into someone who comes back again and again. And that is exactly what we're going to build today.
So here's how we're going to do it. We've broken this down into 4 clear phases. First, we'll lay the brand's foundation. Then we'll get into building its visual identity. After that, we'll work on crafting your shop's core message. And to finish it off, we'll add that final cohesive polish that really makes everything shine.
And you know, across these 4 big phases, it really all boils down to just 10 core pillars. That's it, just 10 simple foundational steps that are going to support your entire brand. They make it strong, stable, and ready to grow. Think of them as the essential building blocks for everything else.
All right, let's dive right into part 1, laying your brand's foundation. Before you even think about picking a color or writing a single word of copy, you have to start here. This is the absolute bedrock, the blueprint that's going to guide every single decision you make from here on out.
So the very first thing you got to do is define your brand identity. This really comes down to 3 key things. First, your niche. Who exactly are you selling to? Get specific. Then, your tone. Is your brand playful? Is it sophisticated? Maybe it's more down to earth. And finally, your style. Are you going for modern, rustic, minimalist? Answering these questions gives you a compass, and it makes sure every part of your brand feels connected.
Okay, our foundation is set. Now for the really fun part, building your visual identity. This is where we take all those ideas, niche, tone, style, and we bring them to life with stuff your customers will actually see and interact with. This is where the magic starts to happen.
First up, your color palette. Now, the big secret here is actually restraint. You don't need a whole rainbow. Just stick to 2 or maybe 3 core colors. And really think about what those colors say. You know, blues can feel trustworthy, yellows feel energetic, blacks and golds can feel super luxurious. Your colors are like a non-verbal shortcut straight to your brand's personality. All right, let's talk logos. And I'm going to say one word that you have to remember. Simple. Seriously. Think about it. Your logo is going to show up as a tiny little circle on a mobile screen most of the time. If it's too complex, it's just going to look like a blurry smudge. For e-commerce, clarity and being able to recognize it instantly, that beats a complex design every single time. Okay, your shop banner. I want you to think of this as your digital storefront window. When someone lands on your page, that banner has maybe 3 seconds tops to tell them exactly what you sell and who you're selling it to. It is your most valuable piece of digital real estate, so make it count.
Now, for your profile photo, you've got a couple of really solid options. You could use your logo, which is great for reinforcing your brand and keeping things consistent, or you could use a personal photo, especially if you're the one making the products. That really humanizes your shop, right? It puts a friendly face to the name and builds this immediate sense of connection and trust.
Okay, so our foundation is solid, the visuals are coming together. Now it's time to find our voice. Welcome to part 3, crafting your shop's message. This is all about the words you use to connect with your customers and to tell your story. 2 of the most important bits of text you'll write are your announcement and your bio. A great way to think about this is the what versus the why. Your announcement, that's the what. It's for practical stuff, logistics, like, hey, we have a sale going on, or here are our shipping times. But your bio is the why. This is your chance to tell a story. Why did you start this thing? What makes you unique? People don't just buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This is where you go beyond just a sale and start building a real connection.
All right, we are on the home stretch. Part 4, the final cohesive polish. These are the last few super important steps that tie everything together. They turn a collection of products into a smooth, professional brand experience that really builds customer confidence. Let's bring it all together. First up, shop policies. I know, this doesn't sound very exciting or creative, but trust me, this is one of the most important things you can do to build trust. Having clear, easy-to-find policies on things like delivery and returns, it just shows customers you're a pro, you're a reliable seller. It takes away their hesitation and makes them feel way more comfortable hitting that buy button.
And that idea of consistency, you've got to carry it through every single product listing. Are all your photos shot in a similar style? Are you sticking to your brand fonts in the descriptions? Is the tone of voice the same one you decided on way back in step 1? When you do this, it creates this beautiful, unified feeling, almost like walking through a well-curated gallery. It just looks so professional.
Okay, I want you to take a good look at this. This right here might be the most important reality check in this whole process. Just look at where your buyers are. It's not even a contest. The vast, vast majority of people browsing your shop and buying your stuff are doing it on their phones. And that leads us to our final, and I mean absolutely critical step. If you do only one thing after this, please do this. Pull out your phone and look at your entire shop. See it exactly the way your customers do. Is that beautiful banner you designed getting weirdly cropped? Is your simple logo now just an unreadable speck? This is the ultimate test. It tells you how your brand actually works in the real world. And there you go, 10 bricks to build a powerful brand. You've laid the groundwork, you've built the visuals, you've found your voice, and you added that professional polish. The whole structure is complete, so now the only question left is, what story will it tell?